Hi, guys, and welcome to Introduction to Criminal Justice. I am Dr. Tracy Thompson, and I will be serving as your professor for this course. I do have over 20 years of professional teaching and research experience as it pertains to the criminal justice system, as well as other governmental factors that impacts the system in some way or another. But Introduction to Criminal Justice is probably one of my favorite courses to teach because we tackle all the myths that what you think you know about the criminal justice system. One of the things that you will come to quickly realize is that crime and criminal behavior is not anything new. And how we respond to that or controlling it has been a primary concern for just as long as it has been in existence. So just understand that as time passes, people change and they change the way they commit crimes. As a result, the criminal justice system, all components, that includes law enforcement, that's the police, courts, and corrections, must also change the way that it responds to crime and criminal behavior as well. Now, my expectations for this course are quite simple. I expect that you read, that you participate, and that you submit your work accordingly. Read your syllabus, read your unit announcements, read the rubric for each assignment, read the feedback that is provided on your graded work, and read the recommended readings. So, just to be clear, read over your syllabus now. If you have not done so, do that now. Because this makes you aware or become familiar with the assignments as well as their deadlines. So consider this your intro Bible. This is what I'm going to be using to hold you accountable, and is what I expect you to use to hold me accountable as well. Read the general and weekly unit announcements that are posted. This may clarify any confusions that you may have about the assignments or their context or your reading context. I'm still available to answer any questions that you may have. Read your rubric. Be aware of the grading categories in which you're going to be measured. Your work is going to be measured. This is just another accountability tool. And then read the feedback for each assignment. I offer specific feedback on all assignments, which includes the rationale for any deductions, and as well as some suggestions for improvement. I encourage, and frankly, I expect all students to read the feedback to grow and to learn. The information will be provided on the document and on your rubric scale. And then I ask you to read the recommended readings for each unit. I know you have an opinion about the criminal justice system. Most people do. But we want to make sure that your submissions are based on facts or some evidence-based strategy. But your opinions are welcome. Just make sure that they're relevant and that they are based on substance. So just be mindful that one occurrence does not speak for all criminal justice policies and procedures. Then I ask that you participate in your discussions and your live chats. You participate in the discussions by providing your own independent thoughts based on your readings, which can be personal or professional. And then read and respond to the requested number of your classmates. This does not include my posts or my inquiries. So in addition to mine, make sure that you respond to at least one classmate. Every post should be free of spelling and grammatical errors, and they should be respectful. I understand that we may not agree on all topics, but we must still be respectful. Then I ask that you participate in our live lectures. This is mandatory, but I do understand that there are life obligations. So if you are not able to attend our live lectures, there will be recordings, and there's also an associated assignments that you must also complete. And then finally, submit your work in a timely manner and with integrity. And then I also ask that you submit any questions or concerns that you have. Submit your work according, like I stated before, according to the deadline. If you're going to extend beyond the 7-day, because I do follow the 7-day policy, late submission policy. If it's going to be beyond that, I do ask that you make me aware of that, so that I can ensure that you receive credit for that assignment and that you don't receive a non-deserving grade. This does not include the Unit 1 discussion. Please make sure that you submit that on time, because if you fail to do that, then you risk the chance of being dropped from the course. So beyond this first discussion, everything else falls under the 7-day late submission policy. Then I ask that you submit your assignments according to the academic integrity policy, which requires 7th edition APA citations and references, and the appropriate use of AI generated content for all assignments. And you can see the syllabus for those expectations. I also ask that you submit questions pertaining to the course and its content to me, and try to do so in a timely fashion so that you can benefit from whatever the response may be. Submit your concerns. I cannot help what I do not know. This is a partnership, and we will get through this together. It is my desire that not only you learn from this course, but you have a good time doing it. Criminals are funny, so we have to find humor in the way that we respond to them. This profession can be serious on a lot of occasions, but I do want you to enjoy the content as you are learning. My contact information can be found throughout the course in a number of places. So please, if you have any questions or any concerns, do not hesitate to reach out to me. Again, I welcome you to CSU. I welcome you to the Criminal Justice Department, and I welcome you to Introduction to Criminal Justice. This will be a blast. I will see you in class, and I'll prove it to you. Take care.